Hey family, today I wanted to have a heart to heart with you all. So I'm going to cover a topic that people need to know the truth about. So yes, you've been told that all you need to do is feel motivated. It's all about motivation, motivation, motivation. And I want to tell you that that's bullshit. Motivation is never enough. And this is the reason why. You're going to never just always feel like doing what you're supposed to do. No. So you're not going. I mean, it's nice when you do feel good about getting started. So that's like a little extra additional bonus. But no, it come down to you pretty much building up enough discipline and you being driven to do what's necessary when you don't feel like it. I'm gonna give you an example. So when you think of somebody who's like an amateur has to feel motivated to get started and then pretty much to do anything. That's amateur. But a person who's a professional, they're gonna perform when it's time to perform, whether they feel like it or not. And guess what, y'all? Most of the time, you're not gonna feel like it. You're not, especially in the beginning. I'm gonna give you an example of when it comes down to your health and fitness journey. For you to go and pretty much look a certain kind of way and then to be able to achieve those goals, everything you want is going to be on the opposite side of your comfort zone. Otherwise, then, if it was that simple, everybody would be having a flat stomach and a toned back. You'll see all these women looking good. You know, the body would be tight and ashy. But no, it's going to be required for you to do something that you don't want to do on a regular basis when you don't feel like it. Yes, yes. So I hate to break it to you, but motivation is the biggest bullshit that is sold, and then it come down to discipline, and you pretty much saying, okay, I have to do this even when times are tough, even when you don't feel like it, even when things happen, even when things in your life go wrong. You know, people let you down. When people die, just life is gonna keep happening to you. But you just have to have a strong enough will and a strong enough desire to just keep pushing. And then when you people make it out of this difficult time, you're gonna feel better because you actually accomplished something. But it's all about this lifestyle. You pretty much wanted it bad enough to do what's necessary. Just like with being an entrepreneur. I would say y'all definitely being an entrepreneur is pretty much the hardest thing that I actually ever done, and it is still the hardest thing that I have to deal with every day. Until I tell myself like, damn, why don't I just have like a regular job like everybody else, where I get a paycheck and and then I don't have to worry about me always wondering about how I'm gonna pay this bill, about getting somebody to pay and sign up, and that's pretty much most of my business is getting people to do something that they don't want to do. So we come out to fitness and health. Most people are chronic procrastinators, so they just want to put it off, until they pretty much run out of time. The one thing that a lot of people haven't known that I've been telling my clients and even some prospects though is when a person works out for 1 hour a day, it actually extends your life for 3 hours. So over with time, over months and years and years and years, you're gonna live a whole lot longer. But that's that sacrifice that that person has to do so that they can pretty much be able to get a better reward later on. So they're gonna be able to spend more time with their kids. When they get older, they're gonna be able to stand up easier. They're gonna be able to be mobile. They'll be able to to pick up groceries, be able to do stuff for themselves without having to ask people for help. And that will definitely make a big difference when you get older. But it's all about you not doing what the masses are doing. So pretty much the masses of people, especially with the women, the masses are just spending their time and money on just living out this fantasy about being happy all the time. Nobody is in a state of happiness all the time. Even your kids. Your kids be getting on your damn nerves. You don't love your kids all the damn time. They don't make you happy all the time. Sometimes you want to kick their ass and throw them out and everything, but pretty much, but you don't do that because you have to discipline your kids, and that's part of real love. Because people who really love you, they're gonna tell you some harsh truth, so you can get yourself together and you can pretty much get to the next level. But society, especially with women, society pretty much just makes so much money off of lying to women and just telling them what they want to hear, but not really giving them a solution to actually fix their problem and to pretty much become something. And then the other thing is too is I realized that if you really want to be successful and do something that most people can't do, you're gonna have to be able to endure some kind of suffering for some time period. Yes, you're gonna have to get good at being able to endure some suffering so you can pretty much be able to transform and to become something. But if you want everything to be comfortable all the time and everything to be fun all the time, you're not going to have nothing abnormal than the average person. But the average person goes out their way to just get away from any type of discomfort, any type of sacrifice, any type of discomfort. And that's why the average person, that's why the average woman is the average black woman is 187 pounds. So because she haven't been prioritizing her health. So that's why it's important you have to say to yourself, okay, I know that right now I don't want to do this, but then I know that later on I'll be pretty much thanking myself later on. But so it's all about that lifestyle change, and then it's about having a mindset, okay, I have to go and make this a part of what I do for me to get the kind of outcome that I want long term. So so if you want pretty much a toned body, you want like a nice ass, toned back, it's gonna require a lot of healthier meals that taste good. It's gonna require that. It's gonna require strength training, toning your body. It's gonna require times that you can't eat what your friends eat. You can't do what they're doing because you're on a whole different journey. It comes down to you achieving your health and fitness goals. So you're gonna have to get in the habit of not doing what the masses are doing. So if the masses are just only doing cardio and doing Zumba, then you're gonna have to be okay. You're gonna say, okay, do I want the same outcome as the masses, or do I want something different? You want something different, then you're gonna have to do stuff that's difficult. You're gonna have to do more of the strength training and and using bands and pretty much just lifting weights. You're gonna have to do stuff that people don't want to do, and then you're gonna be exceptional. But if you're just doing what everybody else is doing, you're gonna be just like everybody else. So y'all, so I wanted to go and come out and tell y'all the truth. Motivation is bullshit, and motivation is never enough. It never was enough, but it's just that it's more money in selling a package of bullshit telling you just need to be motivated. Because even with me in my business, a lot of people get stuff twisted thinking that a trainer is all about them, motivating you. Yeah, okay, so we definitely do some of that, but a good part about being a trainer that most people don't talk about though is a trainer is about forcing you, to see greatness in yourself that you never thought possible, and pretty much harassing your ass to do what you're supposed to do to get a better outcome. So that's part of my job is I be calling my clients, texting their ass, making sure that they pretty much do their workout, making sure that they're hitting their calorie goals. So my job is to make sure that they make this a lifestyle while I give them structure and give them all of the support that they need. But then still, the part about the business that people don't think about or don't want to hear is when they're fucking up, my job is to go and pretty much get them right back on the right path. So then I gotta say some things to wake their ass up so that they can see, okay, I'm fucking up. I need to get back on track, and then so I can pretty much be able to achieve this goal. So that's a part about coaching that a lot of people don't want to see, or they just don't want to, or they just don't totally get though. It ain't just about saying feel good shit. A coach has to say stuff to get you moving so you can pretty much wake up, and especially to get you to do something. Sometimes with certain clients that I had or even prospects that I had to tell them some harsh truth so that I can get them to act and do something, because most people are chronic procrastinators. They spend most of their time working a job, and they give their job their all, but then when it comes down to their health, it's like they pretty much burned out their energy on that order, and they just don't want it bad enough. So sometimes it comes down to, most of the time, all results come from you have to have you have to be uncomfortable to get any type of results. It's just like that's the rule of how things is. Uncomfortability requires a person to do something that they don't want to do to get an outcome that they wouldn't get when they were comfortable. So, all right, y'all. So I wanted to talk to you all about that. And it's so crucial that you get in the habit of being able to endure some kind of suffering so you can be able to have some extraordinary outcomes that most people can't have. But you have to be able to make some sacrifices, and you have to go and do stuff when you don't feel like it. Because we get a bonus. When you pretty much don't feel like it, and then you're actually doing it anyway, guess what you're building? You're actually building your discipline. Discipline is doing what you're supposed to do even when you don't feel like it. So it becomes part of what you do. But it takes usually about a good 2 months to make something a part of your routine. So all right, y'all. So I pretty much wanted to give you all that memo just in case you ain't know. Motivation is bullshit, and it's all about you pretty much being driven and being focused on doing what needs to do. You need to do even when you don't feel like it. So that's going to get you to the next level, and that's going to have you to be able to pass up the average person who's just only living in this fairy tale land of that they have to be motivated or inspired to do anything. So you're going to definitely be able to beat them. All right, y'all. So this video was helpful. I hope it was. And leave me, drop me a comment in the comments about what you learned from this video and what you're going to apply next. See y'all next time.